Live chat. All messages. All right, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well on this Monday. Listen, guys, I'm excited about this. I'm at Zippers Performance. Yes, I was in California on Thursday. Yesterday's Monday. I've been through several states, rode the bike that I haven't told you about yet, but some of you guys know. But yes, I came home to Tennessee, made it home Saturday, and left out Sunday on my way to Baltimore. But I'm live here at Zippers Performance, and I'm excited to make this announcement about a couple of things that's getting worked on, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I got my brother-in-law Leonard over there. I got Adam over there. Bill Brodden repeats behind the, well, he's coming up front right here. Hey. And Dan's walking around over there. Guys, we're here at Zippers Performance Products in Elk Ridge, Maryland, for all your Harley-Davidson performance products needs. You know what? We're just hanging out in the garage. Let me show you a couple things. This is not the official video for this build, but let me show you a couple things here real fast. Let's go down this way and let me show you. What's going on, everybody? Everybody saying hello? All right. So, guys, you see that blue thing right there? That blue Road King? That's Memphis. Yes, the work has begun. You see Adam? Say hello to Adam, everyone.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
Hey, so look at that. So the Road King is getting work done to it. We got 77 people on here already. But check this out. What's beside the Road King? What is that? Whose bike is that, Leonard?
That's my bike.
That's his bike. So we got the Road King getting work done to it. We got, and when I mean work, let me put this down right here.
Twin cam forever.
Yeah. Performance. It's about to get better, a whole lot better. I said in a video earlier today that this thing, compared to riding my 124, this thing feels like a three-legged turtle. Seriously. But that 124 is super quick and fast, and this bike is about to get some love. So for all you twin cam fans, about to show the old 2005 Road King Custom some love. And then Leonard, what you got over here?
2011 Street Glide, and about to get some work done as well. Not getting a full rebuild, just a little touch up on it.
Don't tell them everything. You're telling them too much. All right. But you know what, guys? Let me tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take this opportunity to give you a tour of Zippers Performance. We're going to walk through the facility a little bit. I want to say this again, that Zippers Performance, I usually leave off the products. It's Zippers Performance Products. And they make a whole array of products for your Harley-Davidson motorcycles and Indian motorcycles. Yes, and Indian motorcycles. So check out zippersperformance.com and you can see some of the products that they make for your bike. Anywhere between Evo stuff too? Evo?
Yes. Yeah, we still sell some Evo parts, yeah.
Evo stuff, Sportster stuff, and definitely your Milwaukee 8 stuff. And so let's walk around and see what we have here. You gonna get that, dude?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So this is Leonard's bike. Don't show them. Don't show them that table over there. They're gonna see too much. Come on, let's go over here. There's Dan. There's Dan, everybody. You got to go in the wrong way. And if you can see this thing right here, you know what this is. That's the 124. We're not going to talk about that either. We're going to go through here. Adam, you want to give us a little tour of what's going on?
Absolutely.
Where's Kobe? Where's the dog? We gotta.
He's
see.
probably asleep at this point.
Okay.
He's here somewhere.
All right.
Kobe.
Which way are we going? Okay. All right. So
Walk this way.
we're going through here. This is the manufacturing plant. Well, not this part yet. Right through here. Go ahead, Adam. You can tell them what's
Okay. This is our main machine shop here. So we do all kinds of work,
Leonard, you can come around.
including new part production. We do value added work, meaning you can send in your set of cylinders. You can show this over here. You can send in cylinders. We bore and hone. I think what we're really good at is creating a full engine package. And that can either just be a flat top piston upgrade or full cylinder head and camshaft. So one of the things I think that really sets us apart is the time that we put into figuring out all those things and getting all those pieces matched together. Because you can have the best pieces, and if they're not matched, they're not going to work.
That's true. Most of these, I'm looking, most of these are M8s, right? Most of them?
I would say, yeah, right here, most of this is M8. I think everything over here is twin cam.
Okay.
Um,
And the reason why I pointed that out is, guys, because, you know, M8, they've been making M8 since 2017, correct?
yeah.
And it's 2022 right now. They've been making twin cams. The 88 started
1999.
1999. So the twin cam ran from 1999 to 2016.
Technically
17.
18,
18.
because the Softails stayed for another full year, actually.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 17, because
Okay.
the 17 was the last year.
All right, so guys, so what I'm trying to show you with this build that I'm going to be doing on the Road King and on Litter's bike there, what you can do out of a twin cam. Everyone knows the power you can get out of the M8, but there's so many twin cams in the garages that people want to wake up a little bit. And we're gonna do more than wake them up. We're gonna pour a little hot sauce on them and get these things cooking.
Hot sauce.
Where are we going now? You want to show them this machine?
Yeah, so this is
All
our,
right, yeah, I'll hold this. You
our
you get on in
cylinder
there.
head. Our cylinder.
Get in there, man. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Still in home team.
Yeah, so this is a Sunin SV30, pretty much top of the line in terms of cylinder honing. One of the things that sets us apart is we actually use this 12 stone head, which is very, very unique. It's unique to Sunin and this style of application. And basically it lets us hone the cylinder with the least amount of pressure as possible. And it's the pressure when you're honing that creates heat, which causes it to distort, which causes it to take longer during the whole process. So with this new advanced style system, we bore these on another machine and hone these to a perfect cylinder in pretty short amount of time. And the repeatability and accuracy is unmatched on this machine.
Wow.
So we've always, you know, this is our 41st year, I think, in business. Everything started here as a hand operation and then has grown as time has gone on.
You want to show them.
I've seen people use a lathe to like bore cylinders. Is that possible?
Yes.
What's the difference? Like, so what's the difference between that and
This
Sunin?
is honing.
Right.
So honing is going to put the crosshatch,
Okay.
and honing is going to it's going to make the cylinder perfectly round.
Okay.
And if you do it right, it'll make it a perfect cylinder, so that when the
Okay.
piston's riding up and down,
It's not all
everything is
catty-whack.
perfectly
Okay.
clean and square. So
Okay.
we bore on a lathe, meaning
Okay.
we take the large amount of material out, we get it to that
Okay.
rough diameter, and then you hone on some level of honing machine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now, let me say this. Let me say this, guys. What's going on with this thing? When I first started coming around Zippers Performance, they used to hone on that machine over there. You want to show this? And now look at this state of the art stuff that they got going on here. That's pretty awesome. But this machine right here, more of a manual type thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this was actually, you know, very, very good machine
Yeah.
during its period, and it still does good work. But again, it's a typical 4-stone honing head, and what that causes, he can only hone so much, and then he has to stop, and it's because it generates heat, and you don't want to hone it when it's hot.
Right.
So, you know, the new machine can do everything that this can do, but it does it in a fraction of the time, and it does it a lot more repeatably. But these are both very, very good machines.
Right. Cool.
Still reliable, just has updated.
This is not what you would do if you first opened a shop. Like this was a big deal when these machines came into production.
Yeah.
We can show you how everything is honed prior to this, and I'm sure there are guys with shops out there that are still doing it this way to this day.
Okay. We'll follow you.
So, a bit of a maze in here.
All right. By the way, guys, I guess you guys know that. I was just in California, and I'm in Elk Ridge, Maryland. This shop, where's the flag? It's around here. It was around here somewhere. It's up there. Wait. I want to show you. Yeah, there it is. I want you to see me when I say this. American Jobs here in Elk Ridge, Maryland. So these guys here, listen, it's right here in the U.S. So Zippers Performance, top-notch company. I just want to say that Zippers Performance products. I keep forgetting the products. Top-notch company. All right, so go ahead, Adam.
So this is a standard sun and honing machine. We have multiples of these throughout the building. This is how a lot of cylinders were honed back in the day, and people still do it today. This does the same thing as that expensive machine, but you'd actually take the cylinder and you'd manually stroke it back and forth. I've seen it done many times. It's very labor consuming. And this is how you, I mean, this is even how you would start. What a lot of people would do, which I don't even think we have at this point, you know, there's much easier ways to hone, but not nearly as accurate.
Yeah.
So,
Well, okay.
so you can see we go from, you know, that we still have these, we still use these for various functions, but as a, you know, any shop like ours is continually growing, we're continually improving our equipment.
Okay, I'm about to just go right back to elementary. We're just going to go straight back, just because a lot of things that I didn't know in the beginning, and I still don't know. So I'm not going to assume that everybody knows. Like Larry was saying, you can bore out the cylinder,
Yes.
but you hone the cylinder. Let's just put it in plain and simple terms. For what reason? Why do you hone the cylinder?
You hone the cylinder, I would say, for two primary reasons. One is to make the bore perfectly round and perfectly cylindrical.
Right.
Right? Because when you cut it on a lathe, it's not. It's
Okay.
never going to be that perfect cylindrical shape.
Okay.
And the cross hashing that we put in there is for oil retention. So when your piston with the rings is going up and down inside it,
Right.
that cross hashing is all very calculated in how it's made, and that actually retains oil. The finish is meant to work with the finish of the rings.
Okay.
So it's something that you have to have tied together. But
Okay.
the whole point is it's making it perfectly round, and when your piston goes up and down, your oil ring still has oil on the wall. If you have no oil inside that, it's going to end up burning up.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, that answers my question. Later, come on over. What are you doing? All right, where we head to next?
So we'll just keep going this direction, but for that cylinder honing,
Here, I'll carry this camera.
um,
We got
We'll
100
walk
and,
down this way.
140 people on here. Go ahead, Will. Guys, while I'm holding the camera, you put your questions up, and if you got the good question for Adam, I'll try to ask him. But go ahead. What was you saying, Adam?
so these are CNC lathes here. This is actually what we use to bore all of our cylinders. So you see there's all these carts back here with cylinders lined up. These are all things that are going to be in process. As you can see, this is all twin cam. We still do an enormous amount of twin cam work.
Yeah. And you do some Sportster stuff too, right?
We do lots of Sportster stuff
Yeah.
because we're big time Sportster fans.
Yeah.
You know, I was actually laughing today. I was upstairs. We have an Iron Head. I saw 4-speed Sportster, 5-speed Sportster, XR 1200, EFI Sportster, and we have a new Sportster S.
All
That's
right.
That's
Wait,
not
hold
even
on.
all of them,
Wait a
but
minute.
like,
Y'all got a Sports S?
yeah. You don't?
I'm trying to get one.
I don't. But
Hey, wait,
I
wait.
don't, we have one here.
Hold on. So, Sportster S. We're not going to talk about that yet. I don't even know if you're supposed to hear that yet. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got big plans coming from Zippers. But anyway, all right. So,
So this machine here only does one operation for us, and it uses a boring bar. We actually install the cylinder on here. We torque it down, so it's torqued as if it's in the engine, and then we have a program written, and we come in and bore the material out.
yeah. Hey,
So this gets us roughly to size, and then the hone brings us to the exact size.
all right. So I got a question for you.
Yes.
Someone said, how big of a bore can you go on a motorcycle and it still be reliable? Or, well, I'm assuming you guys are saying M8. Are you? I mean, I can't probably get that. I don't know if you're saying M8 or twin cam, but
Yeah, they say M8.
M8.
They say
Okay.
M8.
Yeah, how,
Okay.
I mean, I know yes, it probably, yeah, I'll let you answer.
So we have a lot of stuff in the 4 1/4 range, which gives you either a 124 or a 128. I have seen them bored as big as 4.5, but I had concerns about certain things with the way the 4.5 all went together. Doesn't mean it can't be done right. Doesn't mean it can't be done reliably. But I would say that on most of these engine builds, staying in that 4 and a quarter inch bore range is it's a very good place to be. It's a reliable bore size.
Yeah.
They
So-
make good power. I mean, that, again, that's, the sleeper and muscle kits.
And someone also asked, do you work on only Harley engines, or do you work on engines at all?
So we do have an engine shop here, and we build some engines. We wouldn't do a basic just rebuild, recon, but we do, like we would build one of our full kits. So if you wanted a Muscle 128 for your bike, you could send the motor to us, and then we would build that. It'd be very difficult for us to have the motorcycle here and do it, because we just don't really have that facility.
That was my next
So-
question, was that, did you actually perform the work in the shop? Do you have a service garage that's to say where you work on motorcycles?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no, because our service department really is our R&D department. So like, yes, it is a service, but there is no constant flow of service, because pretty much everyone that works here is dedicated to the manufacturing and development. So
They can't call you up and say, I want to make an appointment.
generally, no.
And who you
No.
refer them to their local Harley shop or their local performance dealer, because they, let me just step in here.
Yeah, please.
Because they can go to your local parts counter, and they'll be able to order your Zippers Performance products.
Because you ship all over the world.
All over the world.
All
yeah.
over the world. Hey, let me
Yeah.
say this to you. Somebody said is a 124 reliable for touring. Last year, Tennessee to here to Philly, back to here to Nebraska to
Chicago.
to Michigan, up to the Canadian border, and back to Tennessee on a 124. Wasn't it? That wasn't a sleeper. That was my muscle.
That was muscle.
That was the
too.
124 muscle.
That's muscle.
Yeah, that wasn't even the sleeper. So the answer is yes, completely. All right, so I'll let you guys go. Where we walking to next?
Okay. We'll come through here.
Hold on, guys. Got to show you the star of the show. Okay. There he is. All right, so we're going through here. I'll be honest with you. When I see stuff like this, I always want to stick my hand in that, but it probably wouldn't feel good. Would it?
Nah,
Not a good idea. Okay.
Crush it real good.
All right. Watch out there a second, Leonard.
Okay.
Let me set this up over here. So this machine, when it's going, it's really cool.
Yeah, we're after hours, so everything is shut down at the moment, but this is a 5-axis CNC head porting machine. It's very impressive to watch. The whole head moves back and forth while this is moving around. It's a very incredible mechanical dance.
Yeah.
So what we use this for is porting cylinder heads. This will do, again, any of those models from Sportster, Evo, Twin Cam, M8. If you send it in here and get any level of porting done, it's going to be done through this machine. Now, all of our stuff was originally developed by hand, meaning we have a head porter that's been here and been in the business for, very, very long time. We have a flow bench, and he'll actually work out how he wants the shape based off of what we're requesting for certain valve sizes or diameters, and we'll figure it out ahead of time. And once we're happy with it, then we digitize it and duplicate it. So you're going to get that final product every time. And it's not going to be a one-off where there's going to be variances.
It looks like I've been here a couple of years ago, and it's like you guys are always getting new machinery to make products better.
When I started here, we had one CNC. So I think we have like 11 or 12 now, and spread through the departments. So, and they're all big purchases, big investments.
For the
but-
customer.
Well, it is, because what we're trying to do is just have more repeatability. So again, that cylinder head that was cut on here, 2 months ago is going to be the same thing that came off of this machine 4 years ago.
Right.
And it's really hard to do that when you're doing hand porting.
Right.
Not to say it can't be good, but
Right.
our volume is too great for us to be doing that. So
Okay.
So hand point
Hey,
is good for somebody with the shop.
somebody asked a question, and I don't know if they think I'm going to answer it, but I'm going to answer it anyway. So I'm going to answer it. They asked why, when they call Zippers Performance, they said that they don't do people's bikes, but they did my bike. So let me answer that question. This is the best. Now, guys, listen. Like he said, there's an R&D department, and my motorcycle was built, and believe me, we do a lot of things together for us, giving them data and feedback on things on my motorcycle. So it's not to exclude anybody, but they're basically just showing you the products and how they work, so you can go to your local parts department and your local dealership and get these products installed everywhere. It's just the videos that I make are highlighting the products, showing how well they work. Just bringing it to you guys, giving you the information that you need to make a good decision on purchasing performance products for your motorcycle. So Zippers Performance, it is not a shop. It's not. And I just want to make sure that a lot of people understand that. So no, it's not a shop. It's not a mom and pop shop. It's a manufacturing product facility. So hopefully that answers your question there, and I'm gonna step back out of the way and let them.
So when you bring it up here, they're looking at the things in your bike, seeing how it's performing over the mileage and things like that as well, though.
Yeah, yeah. So now, where are we headed to next?
I would say you can turn around here.
Okay.
So we have a whole row of CNCs. They're all set up and parked right now, but what this one is making is our dual piston cam chain tensioner.
Okay.
So these are very popular. They've been out for quite some time. We developed these off of the 2007 Switch because we had a lot of issues with valve train noise, with funny cam timing. Things just weren't working out. And what we realized, the hydraulic units were just not holding pressure. And we had to study it for a very long time to figure out why. And then this is the product that came out of that period of studying. So we have more pressure on the cam chain. It's set up in a manner where the pistons can't get airbound. It has two hydraulic pistons that counter one another as this thing is moving back and forth. Nothing is clean and smooth inside a V-twin like this. So
Someone asked something. Are their builds blueprinted and balanced?
that is a good question. All of our builds that we do in-house, I would say are blueprinted because everything, we literally go through everything in the engine.
Okay.
As far as balanced goes, we have the crankshafts and the pistons balanced for the known weights.
Okay.
So we do not do any like spin or dynamic balancing. But
Oh, okay.
I would call it a blueprinted engine.
All right. So, okay, I have a stage 2 Harley setup on a 114 engine. Which setup would I get, a 124 or a 128? Also, would I have to get a new exhaust? Also, I have Chromework slip-ons now. So do I need to read that again?
So you said it's a 114?
114 engine. Which setup would I get, a 124 or 128?
It'd be a 128.
Yeah, so it'd
by
definitely be a
stroke.
128.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, it depends on what level of kit you would go to. If you did something that was and it's all about the horsepower, you know, the pipe that you have, the factory head pipe is very good. So if it was more of a sleeper build where you weren't trying to seek some big giant horsepower number, that factory pipe will work well. I think you'd be able to go to a 128 and make a lot of torque, a lot of usable torque.
Okay.
Again, if you were seeking some big horsepower number, everything must go.
All right. All right. Well, guys, we're almost finished with this tour here. We got 181 people on here. You got one last thing you want to show, Adam, or anything, or? I'll follow you. We can go back up to the front where the bikes are, or wherever you want to go. Go ahead. There's Dan again. We're at Zippers After Hours. That's what I should have called this video. Look at that. They got stuff. those things up there? You want to show them that real fast? Yeah.
The sprocket conversion kit.
Yeah, sprocket for my bike, like from
2009 and up chassis.
okay, 2009 and up. Here we go through here, guys. Go ahead, Adam. You can tell them.
So this is the cam department. I think you guys have seen this before. This is the same way. Everything has been a continual upgrade over time, and we've gone to pretty much full CNC operation. When Redshift started, if I'm not mistaken, we were grinding with a Storm Vulcan. Is that correct, Dan?
Well, technically it goes back to the old sifting grinders.
Okay.
The Van Norman piston grinders, that was a thing Tom Sifton created with a rocker table on them. And Dick was doing that then post his days at Sifton. And I would think the Storm Vulcan, I'm trying to remember what year we had that, but it was probably the mid to late 80s, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's interesting. If you look, I think Tom Sifton, one of his original grinders is it still in the AMA museum, I think?
It's not there now, but somebody has it, but I talked to somebody about it, and it is, it's quite a piece. If you ever want to look that up, it's a thing of history. The cam business is a very small business.
It's very small. And actually, if you go to Wheels Through Time, Matt Walksler down in Maggie Valley, highly recommended. He has Carol Russweber's original cam grinder, which looks very similar to Tom Sifton's. And when we say cam grinders, we're literally talking about like a die grinder with some fixturing that allowed it to grind an eccentric shape on it. It's, you know.
In 1979, I was at the Harley factory doing training, and when we finished on Friday, I asked my instructor if I could hang around. I drove there, I didn't fly, so, and I said I'd like to go to the race department, and he said, well, sure, I can make. He makes a phone call, and Clyde Denzer agreed to meet me at the gate to give me credentials to get in, and Carol Russweber was over there in the corner grinding XR750 cams in 1979 with that grinder.
Wow.
And if you ever, I like history. If for any of the listeners that are watching, if you just Google search that guy's name and look at what he did in racing, Carol Russweber, very impressive guy, very impressive guy.
That's the last name?
Russweber, R-E-S-E-W-E-B-E-R, Russweber. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much history in this industry. It's just.
But I mean, it literally went from tabletop grinding to, we thought this machine here undercover was luxurious to grind on. This is a 70s era Italian cam grinder called a Berco.
Yeah.
Right.
And we made a lot of really good cams with these machines. But as time has gone on and everything, we've moved on to the full scale CNC Landis. So now everything in this department, from our bearing journals to our eccentrics, everything is done CNC.
Hey, Adam, you might also want to tell them about, everybody knows Zipper's Performance, but the Redshift Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Redshift Cam 468, which everybody, if you have a Milwaukee 8, probably not a camera. If you have a Milwaukee 8 motorcycle, I'm sure you've heard about Redshift Cam 468, but you have some new cam grinds out, or you ready to talk about those?
Yeah, we actually have 5 cams now that are new. They are in stock and we're working to get all of the data out. I think you can find the specs online at this point. But basically what we've come up with are cams in the 560 and the 580 lift range. So it's going to be more for like the stage 4 cylinder heads. So it's going to be like what you have, but then like the next level up.
Oh, yeah.
So, and we have torque cams, horsepower cams. The roller rockers have become very popular again in Milwaukee 8s. And the leading one out there has a higher ratio. It's not a 1.6 to 1, it's 1.64 to 1. So that kind of has thrown a little bit of a stick in the spokes, because we have everything cam related set up to work maximum for the spring. So if you change that rocker arm, now all of a sudden you don't have enough clearance. So our 560 range of cams allows you to use those higher ratio rocker arms, and still put out the same power as the full. Because, you know, it's kind of funny, if you're at the limit of the spring, then you have to back off the cam lift with that higher ratio to end up at the same point. So if you are replacing it because your bushings are worn out or for whatever reason, we have a cam for either scenario. Just make sure you know what scenario you have when you pick those cams.
Hey, real quick, and this would be the last question. Actually, we can walk back up towards the front if you want to while I ask this question. Somebody had said something about, let me go back to it. What kind of difference can, well, we'd probably be walking past them. What kind of difference can I see with a stage 4 heads versus stage 3 I have now?
Okay, so the big difference on the stage 4 is we've gone.
If we need to walk, I'll follow you or
I'm
whatever.
fine right now.
Okay,
I'm
you're
sitting
good.
right here.
Okay.
So we went from a +1 millimeter intake and exhaust valve to a +2 millimeter. So we've gone larger on the valves, larger on the throat sizes, and we've really made a big change to one of the ports to try to help produce more top end power. You know, these Milwaukee 8s, it's like, boy, it just makes torque all day long. It's almost too easy to make torque, but it gets difficult when you're trying to make a big horsepower number up at the top. So the stage 4 is going to buy you more mid-range and top end above where you're at with the stage 3, but you have to pair it with the right cam and the right compression.
Okay,
So
all right.
can you pair a stage 4 on top of an existing stage 3 and see an improvement? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that sounds good. Well, guys, I see someone saying something that they can't believe I didn't answer their question, but I didn't see your question. So if you would ask your question one more time, I will answer it for you. But we're going to I'll give it a second and we're going to end this video. So, but let me tell you a couple things first. Guys, I'm excited about the build of the twin cam. The twin cam Road King is an 88. Listen, you can pick these things up for around, what's the lowest you saw?
8,000 about 5,000.
3,000 to about 5,000, because 2001s, I've seen them for 3,500,
Right.
stuff like that. The twin cam build is going to be huge. I don't want to say that, listen, we're going to get a lot of performance out of an older motorcycle to give it a little bit more pep and a little bit, you know, you don't want to get left in the back of the pack with all these new Milwaukee 8s running around. So we're going to give Memphis a little bit more extra pep. And I'm going to show you those videos coming soon. And excited about this with Leonard's motorcycle, a 2011 103. He's going to get a little extra pep too. So hopefully he doesn't get more than I get, but anyway. But guys, let me get this one more question that someone asked me, if I see it right here, and then we're going to end this video, okay? I'll find it here. Let me get it pulled up here. That right? All right. So that is somebody that needs to just call into the warehouse here, and they can take care of that Ryrex. I appreciate it. But guys, listen, we're going to end this video, and I want to thank everybody for watching. It has been an awesome day, and the twin cam stuff is coming your way real soon. We got some really cool things going on the twin cam. And guys, you know I have not yet released what type of motorcycle that I rode home from California. So make sure you watch that. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.